The reason you are stuck has nothing to do with your lack of talent and everything to do with the fact that you are a passenger in a mind you claim to own. Right now, your thoughts are a script written by your insecurities, and you are simply the actor following the lines. If you don't learn to seize the pen, you will spend your entire life playing a character you hate. The invisible script. You believe you are the architect of your choices. You aren't. You are the victim of a biological feedback loop that triggers before you even open your eyes. You think you're choosing to procrastinate, but your brain has already negotiated a surrender based on a thought you didn't even notice you had. This isn't about staying positive. Positive thinking is just a thin coat of paint on a rotting fence. We're talking about the mechanics of the internal monologue, the quiet, relentless voice that determines whether you are a king or a casualty. If you cannot intervene at the level of the thought, you will forever be a slave to the result. Most people wait for a feeling to arrive before they take action. They wait for motivation. But motivation is a fair-weather friend. Relying on it is like trying to build a house on a foundation of mist. The architect's collapse. Meet Elias. Elias is 32, talented and effectively paralyzed. He has 3 unfinished business plans in a desk drawer and a gym membership he hasn't used in 4 months. To his friends, he looks busy. To himself, he is a fraud. The problem isn't that Elias lacks discipline. The problem is a specific recurring thought that occurs at 6:15 a.m. When the alarm goes off, Elias doesn't think, "I'm lazy." He thinks, "I need to be at my best to do this properly, and I didn't sleep well enough to be at my best." It sounds logical. It sounds like high standards. In reality, it is a sophisticated defense mechanism designed to keep Elias safe from the possibility of failure. By negotiating with the thought, Elias has already lost. The moment you argue with a thought that serves your comfort, the comfort has already won. Elias spends his days reacting. A notification triggers a thought of inadequacy. That thought triggers an hour of mindless scrolling. He isn't living, he is being lived by his impulses. Paradox of the observer. We operate under the delusion that we are our thoughts. We say, "I am tired," or "I am anxious." This is a fundamental linguistic and psychological error. You are not the thought. You are the space in which the thought occurs. Imagine your mind is a theater. Most people are on stage, sweating under the lights, desperately trying to play every character at once. The power of thought control begins when you move from the stage to the back row of the audience. When Elias feels the urge to quit, he's been taught to fight it. But fighting a thought gives it energy. Instead, the shift happens when he learns to label it. Not, "I am tired," but "I am experiencing a thought that I am tired." This creates a micro gap. In that gap lies your entire future. If you can observe a thought without becoming it, you have effectively disarmed it. You are no longer the puppet, you are the one watching the strings move. The rule of 3. The brain is an optimization machine. It wants to find the path of least resistance to keep you alive and fed. Growth, however, requires the path of most resistance. There is a 3-second window between a thought appearing and your body reacting to it. In those 3 seconds, you are a god. You have the power to veto the impulse. Elias started practicing the veto method. When the thought, "I'll do it tomorrow," surfaced, he didn't try to find motivation. He simply observed the thought as a biological glitch, a stray spark from an old engine, and moved his body before the brain could finish the sentence. He didn't wait for the cloud of the thought to pass. He walked right through it. He realized that the discomfort of acting against a thought isn't a sign of a mistake. It is the sensation of an old identity dying. The cognitive resistance. 3 weeks into this practice, Elias hit the wall. This is where most motivated people fail. His brain changed tactics. It stopped using simple excuses and started using the truth. His mind began to whisper, "You're just white-knuckling this. You haven't actually changed. You're just pretending." This is the internal conflict. Your mind will use your own intelligence against you. It will cite your past failures as evidence for your future. Elias felt like a hypocrite. He was going to the gym, he was writing the plans, but he felt fake. The trap here is waiting to feel like the person you want to be before acting like them. This is the great contradiction. You do not think your way into a new way of acting. You act your way into a new way of thinking. The fake feeling is actually the friction of a new identity being forged. If it doesn't feel wrong, it isn't new. The identity pivot. The breakthrough didn't happen when Elias achieved the goal. It happened when he stopped caring about the goals entirely and started caring about the internal governance. He realized that his thoughts were like weather. You don't get angry at a rainstorm, you just put on a jacket. Elias stopped identifying as a businessman who struggles with discipline and started identifying as the man who does not negotiate with his impulses. He began to treat his mind like a separate entity, a toddler that needed boundaries. When the toddler screamed for sugar or distraction, Elias, the observer, simply watched the tantrum without joining in. This is the transformation, when you realize that your thoughts have no power to move your limbs unless you give them permission. He stopped asking, "How do I feel?" and started asking, "What is the requirement?" The requirement doesn't care about your mood. The mechanics of mastery. To control your thoughts, you must stop feeding the ones that serve your weakness. You cannot delete a thought, but you can starve it. Every time you act on a thought of comfort, you strengthen that neural pathway. You are literally voting for your own limitation. Every time you observe a thought and choose the opposite action, you are performing a surgical strike on your old self. Control isn't about silence. Your mind will never be silent. Control is about authority. It is about establishing a hierarchy where the conscious self is the king and the impulsive mind is the servant. Elias found that after months of this, the toddler grew quiet, not because it was happy, but because it realized its screams no longer produced results. The governance protocol. Translation is useless without application. To change your life, you must change the governance of your mind through these 4 non-negotiable steps. The audit. For the next 24 hours, do not try to change anything. Simply count how many times your mind tells you no, later, or why bother. Recognize the frequency of the sabotage. The label. When a limiting thought arises, use the phrase, "I am having the thought that." Never say, "I am." Distance is your only defense. The 3-second veto. When the impulse to negotiate appears, you have 3 seconds to move. If you wait for 4, your brain will have crafted a reason to stay still. The identity mandate. Stop tracking results. Start tracking vetoes. Your success is measured by how many times you ignored your own mind to do what was required. The silent mandate. The world is designed to hijack your attention and dictate your thoughts. If you do not choose the contents of your mind, someone else, an advertiser, a ghost from your past, or a biological urge will choose them for you. You have spent years being a spectator of your own life, watching your potential drift away on a tide of unexamined impulses. That ends now. Not because you feel pumped up, but because you have realized that your thoughts are not commands, they are merely suggestions, and you are finally in a position to decline. Look at the last hour of your life. Did you move your mind, or did your mind move you? Would you like me to develop a 7-day thought audit log to help you identify the specific scripts that are holding you back?